Heidi here again. Now we're going to talk about a method that I believe one of your colleagues calls the box method, but it's really interesting and it's cropping up, and I don't want anyone to be caught off guard, okay? So let's talk about what the heck, it's kind of like area model in the sense that I'm using that idea of the area within a rectangle, but I'm using it a little differently, or we're using it a little differently. So here's how it looks. So we've got, for example, if I have 1,204 divided by 8, I'm going to think about that and go, okay, I'm dividing 8, so normally when we think of area model, we would have 8 times something, and what's inside the rectangle would be the result, right? So I am going to multiply here, so you might see that, but now what I'm going to do is, okay, this number goes all the way to the thousands. So I'm going to have a place for each. Now here's my tweak on what I'm seeing with this model. I would highly recommend that below it, because we're going to use the top of the box here, below it I would put something to label like thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones, something to label the place value so we don't lose track of that, all right? So now first things first, let's do this. So now I'm just going to put the number in. We have 1 in the thousands place, 2 in the hundreds place, 0 in the tens place, 4 in the ones. So let's think about this. I have 1 in the thousands place. If I have 1 cookie or $1,000 bill, I am not cutting that into 8 pieces. That would be a waste. So there are no groups of 8 there. So I'm going to have a 0, and I have 1 left in the thousands place I haven't used. When I take that into the hundreds place, it becomes 10, right? 10 hundreds is 1,000. Okay, so there's my 12. Now, I can get a group of 8 out of 12. If I have 12 $100 bills, I can pass out 8 of them and have a few left over, right? So I'm going to pass those 8 out. I'm going to have 4 left, right? Okay, so now 8 is smaller than 4, so I'm going to have to do something with that. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to put it in the tens place, because 40 tens is the same as 100. And you see, I know that you know this because you're an educator watching this, but think about your kids. You need to be this repetitive because it helps, all right? So now I'm in the tens place. I know 8 goes into 45 times. So far I've had no groups of 8. I had 1 group of 8 in the hundreds place. Now I've got 5 groups of 8 in the tens place. So there's my 40. I have nothing left over. So I'm not carrying anything or regrouping anything into the ones. So I just have 4. Well, we all know we can't do anything with that. So I'm going to subtract 0. So there's 0 in the ones place, which is tricky for our kids, right? They tend to leave that off and forget it. So there's 4. So I have a remainder of 4. Now that will also help you moving forward when you talk about having that 4, and 4 is part of this group, right? So it's really half later on. Don't worry about that now. So that's just a little tidbit thrown at you. So let's move ahead to this next. This looks great, it's more compact, but now we're going to go to 2 digits. Ay, right? Same concept. If I start with 28 and I think about the area model, what am I going to have? I'm going to have something, right? When I multiply, the result inside will be this 1,204. So I'm going to, again, 1, 2, 3. 3 lines, 4 groups. So I have 1 in the thousands, and I am going to label that. I'm going to have thousands, hundreds, tens, and ones. So I have 1 in the thousands, 2 in the hundreds, 0 in the tens, 4 in the ones. Yes, I'm being repetitive on purpose because this is what we need to do for our kids. All right, if I have 1, can't break that into groups into 28 parts, if you will, not just the 1 itself. So I'm not going to do anything in the thousands place. I'm just going to have 1. So this is going to take a ride over to the hundreds or however you want to put it. But again, 10 hundreds is 1,000. So 12 hundreds is the same number value again. 28, still not big enough. 12 is not big enough to handle this 28. So again, I have no thousands in my answer. I'm going to have no groups in the hundreds place in my answer. I'm going to subtract, oops, sorry. See, this is authentic, not edited. This is what I wanted. Minus 0, I still have 12. 12, because it's smaller than 28, I'm going to take that whole group of 12 and I'm going to move it into the tens place, because 100, 12 tens is 120. Oh, now I can do something with 28. So if I'm thinking about it, it can't be 6 times 2, right? 12, because 120, it won't work when there's an 8 here. That's too much, right? So we have to think, how many groups do we think 6 will be too much, right? So let's back it up. Maybe let's try 4, right? So again, logical thinking. So I'm going to go 28 times 4, or maybe I'll just go 28 times 2 and add that value again. Either way it would work, right? So 4 times 8, we're going to get 32. 4 times 2, we're going to get 8. We're going to add 3, we're going to get 112. Oh, that'll work, right? Because I'm looking at there's 20 and there's 2 in the tens place, right? Oh, that's going to work. It's going to be less than 28. We'll be good. Okay, so that's 4. So I need to put 4 in my tens. I'm going to subtract 112. I'm going to have, 10 here, right? And there's 1. So, 8. Gorgeous. We know that 8 is obviously less than 28. Okay, so now I'm going to take that 8 and put it in the ones. Is there something I can multiply 28 by to get 84? Okay, it's going to be more than double. It's going to be less than this. So I can either multiply 28 by 3, or I'm going to go, okay, well, if I want the 3 fact, I would simply subtract 28 from the 4 fact I already figured out. So again, this would be 12. If I take 1 away from here, I'm just going to be very sneaky about this and think about this whole thing as 10 instead of 11. 11 tens, 1 less would be 10, right? So I don't have to do all craziness here. So here I would have 12 take away 8 would give me 4. I'm thinking too fast. 10 take away 2 will give me the 8. Rock on, look at that. So we have 84, nothing left over, so no remainder here. However, I can't forget that, wait, that was the 4 fact, so I added 1 more, so that was my 5 fact. No.
Took 1 away.
I took 1 away. Whoa, very good. I have, yes. Thank you for the catch. Again, I want this to be authentic. But have that happen sometimes with your students as well. So yes, I took 1 away. So it's the 3 fact here, right? So I have 3. So my final answer, my final quotient is 43. So you can see how that works. I don't want to make this go over long, but think about that, and we can make another video if we want to on the next one problem. So thank you.